Good evening, everyone. It is Zari once more, and today I got another chilling tale for you. This story is called We Should Have Left Well Enough Alone. My name is Sam, and this takes place about 20 years ago. Me and two others, Cole and Rich, were up in a place up in Northern Carolina, up closer to the border between NC and Tennessee. There, we were going to a summer camp named Camp Allegor. When we arrived, it was your typical experience, campfires, s'mores, cabins, the whole 9 yards, an archery range, and a lake. But there was one thing that set Allegor Summer Camp apart. There was an area that campers were never allowed to touch. Being caught there meant instantly getting sent back home. They wouldn't tell us why. Not even a little bit of a reason was ever given. So, us being stupid but damn kids, we decided we would test that. When our counselor fell asleep, we snuck out the back door. Cole brought some chips, Rich brought the flashlight, compass, and all that good stuff, and me, I was the one with the drive. The drive to go and check out what we should have left damn well alone. We make it to the fence, and there's a barbed wire fence, meant to keep animals out, and it's electrified. And that is also the reason not many people really tried to go in there. But we were smaller than the normal kids that were there. So we were able to successfully crawl under the electrified barbed wire. But just to be safe, we had rubber tarps put over our backs when we crawled under it. This way, we would be insulated from any shocks. We got through and snuck on by, and what we saw astounded us. It was a clearing. A dead clearing. And in the middle was a giant circle with a symbol. The symbol was not a pentagram. Truth be told, I learned this later in life, but an upright pentagram is a ward against evil, not a summoning. An upside down one, that's the bad stuff. But a regular pentagram is safe, but that's off topic. No, the symbol was different. It was a bear with several swords and spears through its back and face and head. And in that clearing, it was completely dead. No trees, no grass. Cole started getting chills up his spine, and Rich's flashlight blinked a little bit, which was concerning, but we had brought extra batteries. Come on, I said. Come on, where? Cole asked me. We're getting closer, I told them with the bravery only a stupid little kid could possibly truly have. The lack of caution. Just, if I had known this would ruin my life, I never would have went. We got closer to the seal. Well, I call it a seal, but I guess it's a bit of a spoiler. Something was in it. We approach it and we hear a tapping sound. knocking from underneath it. Rich and Cole recoil. But me, I'm like, hey, who's there? A sweet voice that sounded loving. Sweet. Sweet in a way that no child would be able to feel threatened by. As an adult, I can still hear it. As an adult, I can hear the issue. It doesn't sound right. It sounds like a pretender. Something pretending to be human, pretending to be friendly. It spoke up, hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Is someone there? Yeah. Can you let me out? The awful people of this place put me down here. It's so dark. I can't even remember the last time I've eaten. I go to try to lift it, but Rich and Cole both grab my shoulders. They shake their heads at me, too scared to talk. I brush them off and say, come on, Cole, come on, Rich. The poor thing's suffering down there. I'm pretty sure they can't do this to us. I say, filled with a child's simple understanding of the world. If I could go back in time, I'd beat the shit out of myself. Cole and Rich reluctantly nodded. They helped me lift the thing off, and we looked down. There's nothing there. Not a damn thing there. But we could have sworn we heard it. So we just carried on. We were like, must have been some weird stuff. I grumbled, knowing for a fact that I had heard something. But we didn't have much time left, so we went back to the cabin, unaware of what we had done. The next morning, when the sun finally rose, we heard a bit of a bell ring. We woke up and the heads of the camp are scattered in a frenzy almost. Our counselor goes up to ask what's going on, and his face pales. We're told to pack our bags because we're leaving. Everyone is getting shipped off back home without any warning. I tried to complain like, what? Why? What happened? Something is out there. A bear, you could say. Yeah, a bear. Look, kid, just go back to your families. Get your bags packed. I'm a child, so I go to do it. But I didn't have any right to refuse, even though I wanted to. But as Sam, Cole, and Rich, us three obviously, were packing our stuff, I see a girl outside of our cabin. She's wearing our uniforms, but I've never seen her before. She beckons us to come outside, and we follow. Who are you? Oh, hello, I'm the camp counselor's, camp head counselor, I guess. Daughter, my name is Alice. Yes, my name is Alice. God, how stupid we were back then. She was clearly about to say Allegor, the name of the fucking camp. But we weren't smart enough back then. We were not smart enough. Anyway, I'll be staying in here, because this is where I live. Would you guys like something to take home with you? We all nod, as we hadn't been there long enough to get any true souvenirs. And what she hands us is 3 coins, 1 each one bearing that symbol of that bear with all those spears and swords in it. We blink in surprise. We look back at the girl and she's gone. And in her place is a little note, a little scrawling on the ground in a stick. You're too young for me right now. You're not mature yet. But one day I'm gonna come for each of you. Each and every one of you will be my dinner. Spooked, we all ran back to the cabin and packed our bags, and we got sent home. That was the end of that trip. Me, Cole, and Rich fell apart, I mean. Goodness me, I don't know why I keep saying my own name. Must be fear. I going through life, you know? Same as always, I fall out of contact with Cole and Rich. It's unfortunate, but that's how things are. 20 years later, and I'm living in a small little apartment building. When eventually I get a call from an unknown number at about 9 a.m. Now, under normal circumstances, you should always ignore those calls. Nothing good can come of something that early. But I was bored and didn't have anything else to do, so I picked it up. Hello? I asked. And it was a police chief. Yeah, we just want to let you know that recently there's been several murders. I blink in surprise. Is this the newest scam call or something? No, sir. My name is Chief Sock. Sock? That's a funny name. They call me that because I did soccer. It's a whole thing. Look, don't worry about that. Did you go to Allegor summer camp when you were in, I don't know, 3rd grade? I blink in surprise. Why, yes I did, but how do you know that? Sir, we advise you to take every caution you can. Everyone from that camp, from that specific one, is... Everyone except for 3 people have been killed in the past several weeks. My blood runs cold as ice. What do you mean by that? Well, all the victims share similar injuries. Their mouths, well, what's left of the mouths are contorted in terror. A horrifying scream as if they died like that. But the thing is, the mouth is the only thing left. The rest of the faces are peeled off. If this is a scam, you need to, stop. If you really think it's a scam, come visit Z4536 X. I'm in Raleigh. I can give you the rest of the files there, or I can say it here. You choose. That was the legitimate police. Its location in North Carolina. I relented and said, "Do you got any leads on who's doing this? I don't really want to. Can I ask for some protection?" I stutter out. "Unfortunately, all our manpower is going to try to find this person. We can't afford it. Getting into contact with your old friends, Cole Bowger and Rich Amadeus? Amadeus? What the? It's German. Rich is half German. I see. I'll contact them immediately and we'll stick together, okay? Please, find them. Find the person that did this." I hang up and I immediately call Cole and Rich. I tell them what's happening, I give them what the police gave, and they come on by. We huddle up together, them and me. Eventually, we decide we need to go out and get something to eat, so we DoorDash pizza. Given the circumstances, we really shouldn't have tried that. The doorbell rings and we get a notification saying it's there. Or at least I do. But the thing is, I'm not the one that ordered the pizza. Cole is. But in my haste and worry, I open the door. Cole shouts at me, "Wait!" I open the door, and all three of us freeze in fear. In front of us is that little girl from back then. The words she said in the sand, in the dirt, came flooding back to us, all at once. "I told you, once you matured, I'd come back." She comes in and the door shuts, but she doesn't even touch it. The next thing I know, everything goes by in a blur. Cole and Rich are dead before they hit the ground, faces peeled off with surgical precision, their mouths contorting into a scream. The girl forces the mouths open in that manner as she kills them. And then there was Sammy. Poor Sammy. Oh, sorry, listener. This is to all those that visited a summer camp. You see, this is the last words of the mouth belonging to Sam. My name is Allegor, and I'm wearing his face right now. Though granted, for once I took his mouth. Dear listener, I'm coming for you next. Allegor will have her fill of faces and bloodshed and fear. See you around in 20 or so years when you mature to what I want. Well now, that was quite the chilling tale. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me your thoughts and opinions, and be sure to type up the video if you truly enjoyed it. With that, I hope you enjoyed falling into the abyss tonight.